This from the top. Hey everyone, I'm Jeff from inthirdperson.com, a personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. And today we are playing Metroid Prime on the Nintendo GameCube. We're going old school on this one. Dark Diamond says, "How you been?" Man, it's been a rough few weeks here in Canada. There's been, I know, like, Chicago is colder than what Toronto is right now, but Toronto has been incredibly cold. Now, I can't do the translation between Celsius and Fahrenheit, but it's been some of the coldest days of the year. The snow, we had a record snowfall a couple of days ago that messed up the traffic. There were hundreds of accidents just in Toronto from the snow. My train the last few weeks has been delayed like crazy, going to work, going from work, because just the weather has been, and the technical stuff. What's it called? The schedule's changed around going to and from work, and that's made things weird as well. So yeah, a little frazzled. Also, yeah, I got home really late today, just because my wife and I commute together to and from work, and she had to work a little later, so we were scrambling today. We just got home. I made the fastest thing we could eat for dinner, and now we are here. So, little frazzled. Going to try and settle down, play some Metroid Prime. How about you, man? How's school? You still on the wrestling team? I'm guessing your exams are almost done, or if not, maybe already done at this point. And while we do that, I'm going to start setting up the game here. Alright. Whew. Man, it's... So I have to tell you straight up, it's been a long time since I played this game, but I did play this game last night, in order to make sure that the sound was okay, and that I wasn't going to make a complete idiot of myself on the stream. So I did start this again. We're going to erase this file, this one, and start from the beginning. As you can see, I've got a file here, 74%. This was my original save from like 2002. We are right at the end of the game here, and I got lost and I couldn't figure it out. I'm sure with a YouTube guide I could probably just do it at this point, but that would be weird. And also, like, I've missed out on so much that I don't think there's much of a point yet. Let's see. My exams haven't come yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, in Canada, exams are happening. They started last week and they're ending this week. And then I think the students are, like, off for a week. And then getting it going. Unidentified distress beacon. Oh, man, I've read that too slow. We're going to let this intro rock, though. Anyways, I've been improving so much wrestling. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I mean, you just have to get the reps in, man. That's all it comes down. Just practice, practice. Make sure you are a student of your craft and you're always trying to learn and get better. And you'll get through. You'll get to where you need to go. Hard grind. Yep. Just like anything good in life, it's nothing comes easy. Also, I have to clean my glasses right now while this intro goes, which stinks because yeah, this intro's pretty cool. There we go. I'll be back. I have to prepare. Okay, cool. See you in a bit, man. Here we go. There she is. Was before Laura. I should sit up a little bit so the camera can pick me up. And here we go. Samus's first foray into 3D with Metroid Prime. So, one of the things about this game that you may not know if you've never played Metroid Prime before is that Metroid Prime came out before dual analog controls. So right now, I'm controlling with the left stick. I can move forwards, backwards, but then I'm also turning, which makes things weird because you can't strafe by default. What you have to do is you have to hold L, and then you lock onto a target, and then you can strafe side to side, which is weird, right? So then how do you hit upwards targets? You have to hold R, and then you could do free aim like this, but you cannot walk and aim up and down at the same time. Also, I need to change the... Where is this? I gotta reverse this axis, because I can't... Up is up, man. That's... It's weird. Certain games, I can tolerate it, where up is down and down is up. But, like, if it's a shooter, I need up is up. Okay, I'm gonna scan this. And if you're wondering if you've played a game where you have to scan objects or listen to codecs, this is the game that started that. Yeah, Metroid Prime, so revolutionary in its time, of just all the different things that it revolutionized for first-person shooters, first-person adventure games. There was a lot of exploration elements that shooters didn't really do at the time that Metroid did. Metroid looked so good. I think it still looks pretty good now. Like, of course, it's not going to look as clean as a modern shooter, but it definitely still gives off the vibe that it is going for throughout this game. What else can I inject into this? As my history with Metroid, this is a little... I've played a lot of the Metroid games in some shape or form, but I have not beaten any of them. I always get lost, and then I never figure it out. Most of the time I get lost really early. I have multiple copies of Super Metroid, and I usually get lost 20 minutes into the game. But with Metroid Prime, this is the farthest I got. 74%. Like, I was almost done that game. And that percentage, I think, includes secrets as well, so... I just got really far, and I hit a point where, yeah, I just couldn't figure it out. I got stuck in this one spot, and this is before YouTube. This is before... I mean, there was the internet, but it would be like... I mean, maybe there might have been guys with pictures and stuff, but... I couldn't figure it out, and so I just stopped. Maybe someday we'll beat this. Now that we're streaming it, if I stick with this, maybe this is something we can do, but for now, I think we'll just play. We'll just play and see where this goes. I think my ultimate fear with this game is just getting stuck on stream and not being able to beat it and wasting everybody's time with me just circling around. Why is my Twitch? Oh, okay. Downloaded maps for this area. Great. And here we are, this 3D map. And it was one of the first things where I loved that you could see it in a 3D space, and it highlighted the orange areas of where you've been. Because up until this point, Metroid games didn't do... I don't think Metroid games really... Maybe Super Metroid did. Alright, I don't want to speak out of turn. Maybe Super Metroid did. But that helped a lot. It helped me get a lot farther in this game than I would have otherwise. Access to deck beta approved. Please step into the hologram. A lot of stepping into holograms in this opening sequence. Man, the sparks. There's one part where, like, it's a wet area, and there ends up fogging your visor. Like, that was so cool at the time. And so I don't know if the consensus... I think the public consensus is that Super Metroid is the best Metroid game. Personally, I think it's this one. And now we're just scanning extra stuff. I don't think that actually has any gameplay purposes. And we can scan this bad guy here before we gun him down. Both legs of this creature are broken. And so yeah, you hold the L button and you lock on, and then you just kind of fire away. Instead of having to free aim everything. So that does help. It lets you focus a little more on the movement and the action and not so much on the aiming, which I guess I get it. I mean, aiming wasn't necessarily the focal point of the old Metroid games as well, but it did, at the time, let you focus more on the exploration elements of the game. Big creepy monster here. Oh, jeez. Oh. Okay. Let's try that again. Primitive defense or malfunction. I probably should have fired that off first. Phase on and fusion stage 2. I can't read all. There's like a billion things to scan in this game. A new pirate data entry has been downloaded to your logbook. That's nice. Okay, we're just gonna scan the essential stuff. You know me, I am not one of those people that has to hundo P everything. I am the type of person that just wants to get stuff done. Alright. I guess we talk a little more about like what was happening at the time. It was 2002. I was in high school at the time. I think I was starting grade 12 at this point. No, it was the grade 11, grade 12, somewhere around there. And so yeah, towards the later years of my high school career, I had a job at this point. I was working as a stock boy at a pharmacy, and I was spending my money on a lot of video game stuff at this point. I had a pretty decent GameCube. I still have a pretty decent GameCube collection just because I was buying a bunch of stuff. And I mean, I think I spent most of my money on lunch at school and bus fare to get to and from school. But this is another weird quirk about Metroid Prime, is that the game would cheat the system by, like, you would shoot the door open and then you would just wait a while until it opened up because it was loading in the next area. So, I mean, it's a neat way of solving a technical solution of loading in different areas as you go. But it can get annoying of like, well, I'm just going to sit here and wait a while for this door to open. It does break the immersion a little bit. Oh, who's this guy? That guy took a lot of bullets. Also, if you hold down the A button, you can charge a shot, and it'll suck in any sort of power-ups that are floating around. Alright, so we gotta go on the morph ball. Oh. Let me just check something here real quick. Alright. Oh, jeez. Yeah, what else was happening at the time? I mean, the console war was like basically already done at that point. The PlayStation 2 came out and just dominated the Xbox and the GameCube. And Nintendo had to drop the price on the GameCube real quick. Because, yeah, it did not sell that well. I think it only sold like 20 million consoles. Like, I think the Nintendo Switch has already passed the GameCube in terms of lifetime sales. I could be wrong. Someone correct me on that if I have spoken out of turn, but I'm pretty sure something like that is the case. And yeah, when Metroid Prime came out, I was not a big fan of Metroid at that point. Like, I played original Metroid, I played Super Metroid, but this looked so cool at the time. I cannot stress enough how amazing this game looked for its time, and how much of a revolution it was back then, that I was like, I have to play this. The reviews came out, and they were glowing, and it was a game that was very influential for its time, and ahead of its time. And there's a lot of things that we don't... There are a lot of things that it added to video games and shooters and adventure games that we probably take for granted nowadays. Okay. How do we get past this shield? Oh, I gotta scan this point first. come on. Oh, he's gonna blast me in the face while I try and scan it for its weak point. Okay, there we go. Oh, there. Oh. Oh, I'm trying to aim upwards. There. I just want to get the lock-on back on. There. Just let him rip. Oh, the shield just hit the... Or my missile just hit that shield. That was no good. Nope, that just bounced right off. We're not doing so hot in this fight right now. Oh wait, yeah, we're okay. There it is. Oh hey Hannibal, how's it going? Hold up. Yeah, we gotta hit the button for you, man. How's it going? Good to see you again. Yeah, we're just playing some Metroid this evening. I don't know if you... Oh, you were... Yeah, let's talk. You were into the GameCube, right? Back in the day? Thanks. I love that button. What? The game disc could not be read. Are you serious? Man, we were just at the... Okay. Are you serious right now? That's not the time. That is not... I'm so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. Okay. Hannibal, I am so sorry. We're gonna try this from the top. Damn it. We're gonna try this again. Hopefully it doesn't crap. Where did my controller go? Okay. So yeah, I'm cheating. You probably noticed now. I'm actually using a Nintendo Wii because my Nintendo GameCube got lost in my parents' house forever, and I'm probably never getting it back. So we are just running it off a GameCube or off a Wii. Oh man, that was so bad. I can't believe that happened. Cannot believe. I actually rehearsed this game last night, and it worked fine. Alright, we're going to just try and breeze through that part again. Fingers crossed. So I hope you got some sleep. It's good. Wii is great for emulators. I mean... I have not done any shady stuff with my Nintendo Wii, but sending power, thank you. Oh, we're starting all the way back at the beginning. Oh, man. I mean, I loved it for the Virtual Console, playing the NES, SNES, Nintendo 64 games, TurboGrafx 16 games even, and, but I have not... I don't do the shady stuff with my hardware. Not to say that I'm going to judge you if you do. I know there are people who have strong stances for or against piracy. Personally, like, do what you're gonna do. I am not the police. I am not the FBI. Nintendo, like, you do what you want, man. I did sleep like 6 hours when Rachel stopped the stream. Okay. Yeah, I was... Yeah, I'm still here. I've been awake all day. But unlike... I don't know. We all have different sleep schedules here. I go to bed very late, and I wake up very early. This is my curse. Similar to Rachel, I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning all the time. Not because... But I'm a little different. My biological clock does not let me go to... Like, I can't sleep in. Just physically cannot do it. I wake up at 7 o'clock, and I just go. The problem is, regardless of how late I go to bed, I'm always going to wake up at 7 o'clock. I can go to bed at 4. I'm still going to wake up at 7. So I physically cannot sleep in. And the challenge is I have a... Like, I run a website as well besides doing the stream. I stream a couple times a week. Oh, if companies make it hard to play old games, we have to do what we have to do. Thanks, technology. Yeah, I totally get it. Like, there's certain games that, like, you just can't play unless you've got... Like, there's just no legal way to play it. And it's unfortunate. Like, there are games that are just gone forever because there's no legal way to play it. Lots of MMOs you can't play anymore. And just older arcade games you cannot play unless you play through emulation. Yeah, so we're just zipping through all of this stuff. I don't have to give the spiel again. What were we talking? Emulators. Yeah. Oh, talk about the Nintendo Wii. I got the... Oh, damn, you are an early worker. Yeah. I mean, I work like a 9 to mostly 5 o'clock job. Mostly 9 to 5. Sometimes it's late, sometimes it's on weekends. But, like, I come home, I eat dinner, and then, like, almost every night I'm working on something for either the site or the stream. And it's usually a combination of all the things. Like, I stream... After I stream, I'm cutting clips to post on Instagram or put on the website. And... Or then I'm writing stuff, and then I go to bed super late, and then I wake up in the morning and just do this all over again. So, that is my hustle. I do this because I love making content for games. I've been running my website in thirdperson.com for 10 years now. It's actually the 10-year anniversary. And yeah, I still love doing this. So, and the streaming part's fairly new to me. I technically started streaming in 2017, but I was streaming on Facebook Live and nobody was watching me there. Facebook Live is a scam. Also, where the heck? Oh, man, we went backwards? Oh! Hannibal, why didn't you tell me I was going backwards through the world? No, it's okay. That's my fault. Oh, jeez. Oh, in the face. I was gonna say emulator stuff. I have dabbled in emulators, a long time, like in the late 90s to early 2000s, when, like during the Napster era, I started downloading stuff like the SNES 9X and some NES emulators I was running on my computer. I didn't have a controller though, so I hated playing games on a keyboard. I don't remember this game much, played it like once. Oh man, this was such a cool game. I mean, I don't know if you've played any of the Metroid games before, but this game was so ahead of its time in terms of adding adventure elements to first-person shooters and to how first-person shooter control, how they were able to make 2D Metroid work in a 3D space. It was just so dope. And Metroid Prime 4 coming to the Switch will play more like this than those old 2D games. Yes, Metroid is great. Yep. I was saying earlier before you got on stream, I'm awful at Metroid. Awful, awful, awful. I almost beat this game, and this is the closest I've ever been to beating any Metroid game. I always get lost in them, and then I'm never able to figure it out. What is the oldest game you could play every day for life? That's easy. That is an easy answer. And I can actually pull out that copy for you. This is... Alright. Show and tell time. Ugh. It's sitting on my floor here, actually. I made a big mess. The oldest game I can play every day for the rest of my life. Tetris. Specifically Tetris on the Game Boy. This is a masterpiece. I think Tetris is the closest thing to a perfect video game that exists. I know there are different versions of Tetris out there. Tetris Effect is fantastic, by the way. But I think if I had to go back, just like one version for the rest of my life that I'd be okay with, it would be like Game Boy Tetris. Yeah, Tetris is so good. That's a good game. Yes, it is. It's actually really funny that we're talking about this now. When Tetris Effect came out, I brought it to my in-laws' place. And my wife's cousin was there. He's a teenager now. And he's really good at Fortnite. Like, he schooled me and my sister-in-law's boyfriend, longtime boyfriend, like a couple of weeks before in Fortnite. And, like, Fortnite's a really weird game for me in that, like, I'm a hardcore gamer for, like, my entire life. And Fortnite's, like, one of those games that I don't get it. And not even so much the appeal or anything, but the actual, I have no idea how to, like, build walls with any sort of speed, and, like, how people just build the towers and run up the top. No idea how to do that. He can do it, and he's just flying through, whizzing through, and just crushing it. And then I asked him if he wanted to play Tetris with us, and he had no idea what he was doing. You'd think, like, Tetris, a much simpler game, but he was just clueless. Didn't understand the concept of putting in the lines and how to fit the pieces together, and it was kind of funny for me. Just being able to see him, like, be completely mystified by Tetris, and then I took the controller back and was playing in, like, Grandmaster mode. And the pieces are just, like, falling, like, Matrix fast, and I'm stacking them, and he's just like, what are you doing? Yeah, so that made me feel good. Alright, Morph Ball time. We're almost at the point where the game crashed again. I would choose Diablo 2. It has so much content, and I could play with friends, and it's old. Yes, Diablo 2 is old. I have only played Diablo 3 for about 20 minutes on the Nintendo Switch at a show, at an expo, at like a convention a couple of months ago, and I thought it was alright. I didn't play enough to be able to say, like, yeah, this is something I have to buy, but oh, I should have found the save point last time. Okay. Well, 20 minutes, yeah, I was at a convention, and they had, like, a preset level, and you could play up to this point, and that was it. So that's what I played. Have I played Diablo 2? No. I think I like the general concept. I have just not played any more of it, so I would be open to trying more. It was on sale on the Nintendo Switch a while back, and I thought about it. I ended up not doing it. At some point, if it goes, like, super cheap, I'll pick it up, and then we'll stream that. That's a good game, too. Diablo 2 is better than Diablo 3. Okay. But I can't play Diablo 3 on the Nintendo Switch. I don't play PC games. Unlike Chris and Rachel, I don't play PC games at all. In your opinion. Okay. I mean, I assumed as much. That's okay. I know some people can be real jerks about their opinion. Like, I think... Here we go. This is a random story. I've been kicking around trying to write this for my website, and I just haven't had a chance to, like, fully think it out and fully think out the thoughts, so you can be my guinea pig for this idea. And I learned something in marriage course. Like, so I'm Catholic. I'm Catholic. And one of the requirements of being married in the Catholic Church is that you have to take, like, a marriage course through the church. You can either take, like, 1-hour sessions over the course of multiple months, or you can do, like, a 1 full weekend session, 2 days. You're staying overnight at the church venue, learning some stuff. And, like, I thought, oh my god, this is gonna be the most boring waste of time thing. And I actually thought it was a really positive experience. Just learning about life and love and how Steph and I can be better partners as husband and wife. And the thing that stuck out to me was this lesson of never speak in absolutes. When you are talking to anyone, particularly like your spouse or significant other, don't use the term always, don't use the term never. And they say don't do that. Okay, this is the part where the game crashed last time. Let's see if it... And the problem with those words is that most of the time when you say always, it's not actually true, because the odds of someone always doing something every single time is like slim to none. People will do it a lot of time, maybe they do it almost all the time, but they never always do that thing. And on top of that, the words always and never... Hey, Games Revolution Inc., how are you? Hope all is well. That's actually funny, Games Rev. We're actually talking like wedding and marriage stuff, and I appreciate you sharing your story with me from last... Oh, man. I do not remember that explosion part. Totally fine as always. Great. So yes, don't use the words always, don't use the word never. Absolute language is generally not going to serve you well in life, just because, like, one, it's rarely ever true that something always happens, or someone always does something, or never does something. And just the words always and never are very combative in nature. So as soon as you say those words, people put their guard up, and then all of a sudden it's a fight. And so, like, I've been thinking about that. Like, it's stuck to me ever since, and when I talk to my wife and when I talk to other people, I try and avoid speaking in absolutes, because, like, I don't want to get into that type of predicament with, you know, anybody, really. And then it got me thinking about, like, how I write about video games and how I talk about video games on the stream, and realized that there's a lot about, like, video game conversation that I don't like. Like, I don't participate in video game message boards. I don't chime in on Twitter threads with, like, just the general public, because a lot of people tend to speak in absolutes. It's, this game is the best, period. Nintendo is better than Sony. Sony's better than Microsoft. Microsoft is better than everybody. And, like, it's hard to have a conversation with anyone when they are just speaking in those terms, because, like, where do you go from there? It's like, no, it's not. And then all of us, like, there's nowhere to go for the conversation. And it's immediately combative. And some people get really energetic over it. They get combative, they fight, they argue, and all that stuff, and, like, it's just a really crappy way, I think, to engage in a hobby that's supposed to be entertainment. It's supposed to be fun. Yeah, some people get really mad about it, and I don't think it's worth it. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't have an opinion on stuff. Like, if you think Diablo 2 is better than Diablo 3, that's great. And I would love to hear the case for why you think Diablo 2 is better than Diablo 3. But you can do that without, like, being combative and hurting someone else's feelings. Especially if I happen to think Diablo 3 is better than Diablo 2. I think there's a way for people to have that conversation in a civil and healthy manner. And you don't necessarily have to convince me that you're right. And I don't necessarily have to convince you that I'm right. It's just a matter of having that conversation. Here's my point of view. Let me hear your point of view. And that's out where and that's out. Oh, man. Really? And so, yes, feel free to share your opinion. And generally speaking, try and avoid absolutes. At least that's how I am trying to live my life these days. Defense turret disabled. Great. Whoa. What's happening right now? Oh. Oh, jeez. There we go. Oh. Oh, yeah. There's that. Also, we are almost dead. This is not good. Please step into the hologram. Whoa! I went to an arcade some weeks ago, and there was a group of kids playing the King of Fighters 98, and I put a coin and just destroyed them. Awesome. I'm not very good at King of Fighters. I will be the first to admit that. I love fighting games. I used to stream a lot of fighting games. I was a really high-ranked Street Fighter player in Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5. King of Fighters I never understood. But I understand, like, I know Mexico in particular is really big into King of Fighters. And so... But yeah, I've heard lots of great things about, like... I don't think I've played King of Fighters 98. I've played KOF... I have KOF 12. As part of, like, a free PlayStation Plus game. And also, I love going to the arcades and just beating people up. That is one of my favorite things. Every time I see a Street Fighter machine in an arcade, I am trying to crack someone's skull in. The next person who puts that quarter up. And I do that partially because, like, as a kid, when I would go to the arcade, I would get my butt kicked every time. Without fail. And now that I've gotten to a point where I understand how to play these games, like, I want to wreck everybody. Tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. Games Revolution Inc. Have you played this one before? I'm gonna guess you have. But what are your thoughts on the Metroid series or Metroid Prime? I need Trilogy on Switch. We all need Trilogy on Switch. I will say, I've never played Metroid Prime 2. I have Metroid Prime 2. I bought it on launch. I can pull up my copy right now. But it is the oldest game in my backlog. Just life stuff happened, and I never got around to it. And to this day, I've never played it. And at this point, I'm saving it for something special. I don't know, maybe I'm waiting for the Switch or something else, but at some point, I will play it. Diablo 2 was made in just the right time and the right people, and its content was great. I have played so many years and still have got all the best items, and the story is just amazing. I'm so sorry. Great. I don't know if I can play if they port Diablo 2 to a platform I can play it on. Maybe I will try it out. But at some point I will probably try Diablo 3. I know it's not Diablo 2, but at some point I will try a Diablo game for serious. Just so I understand it. Games Rev Inc. I like a lot of Metroid Prime series. My favorite is 3 Corruption. I have not played that one either. I do have Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Wii U. I think at some point they were either giving that away or selling it for nothing. Basically nothing. I think it was one of those 30-cent games or something. So I do have the trilogy. I want to play it on the Switch. I want dual analog controls. I don't want to play with the single stick and then having to hold the triggers in order to do anything. Like, not my favorite. I don't think I can go here. All right. So yes, Games Rev. I have not played this game since 2003, perhaps. So if I get lost, like, if you're willing to help me out and not get too frustrated, like that would be great. If not, that's okay. Just watch me struggle and fail, and that is okay too. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay, these are just little bugs. But But yeah, Metroid games, generally speaking, I've not been very good at them. I always get lost. This is the closest I've ever gotten to beating it. I got to what I think is the last world, and at a certain point I just got stuck and couldn't do it. Ooh, what is this? A new creature's entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Great. But yeah, what else are we talking about? I know, Hannibal, you primarily play games on PC. I stopped playing PC games like a long time ago, and I've been bitter about it for a long time. I remember nothing of this game. I only played one time. Echoes one time too. 3 only 2 times. Okay. I remember very little as well. So we will be on an adventure together. Oh, I can't charge my shot anymore yet. And Diablo 3 is like they made a copy, and Diablo 3 is easier. Okay. Maybe that is the place for me to start. Side note, like, this was one of the first games to do this effect. The whole, like, get the fog and the wetness on your screen. So good. So ahead of its time. Oh, man. Have you done a post or talked about Polybius? I don't know what Polybius is, to be honest. Oh, door cannot be opened with that weapon. Okay. We will have to find another gun. What? Sorry, man. I have no... What is Polybius? Did we come from here? I don't remember if we came from here. We might have come from here. I have a feeling we came from here. So, let's... Did we come from here? I don't know. Alright, let's just do it. Whatever. Oh, here we go. Nope, this is new. Yes, what is Polybius? Please tell me. It's an 80s game that was made by the government, and it made people sick. Nah, I'm sorry, man. I have no idea what you're talking about. Chozo Ruins. Incoming scan data. Abnormal seismic activity detected. Ooh. Hive totem. Alright, let's go that way. Oh man. Now it's just like abstracted out with. Okay. Yeah, oh. Where are we going? Some say it was not created, but others say they even played it. I'll have to look it up after. Yeah, PC game's not my thing. I've never had a PC that was strong enough to run any current games of any time. I might actually have it now because I have a graphics card in here, finally. But I have the graphics card in here to make the streaming better of the console games. But I still remember not being able to run Doom on my 386 Windows 3.1 machine. And that scarred me pretty good. I could run Wolfenstein, but all for the stream. Yes, maximum horsepower for the stream. I'm not trying to split the graphics card between the game and the stream. It is just all stream. Trying to make this thing run like butter. And I think I'm finally at a point where I can finally stream this at a steady frame rate without my mouth and my lips going out of sync, I put in a new SSD, and I think that finally fixed the problems I was having with my voice going out of sync with my lips after like an hour or so. So now it's just about trying to make the stream like better, clearer quality. At some point, maybe try and push either 720p 60 or 1080p 30. Oh, what are these bugs? I do have some PC games on this PC though. Through the Twitch launcher, one of my friends gave me a couple of games. He gave me Samurai Showdown 2, actually, another SNK game, SNK fighting game that I can play on the PC. And so maybe I will try that at some point. Is this where I came from? Man, I get so lost. I don't know where I'm going. Your stream looks good, my friend. I enjoy it. You are a good person. Love to talk to you, too. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you coming by. I know we talk mostly on the Double Jump stream. Shout out to Chris and Rachel again. We got to hit that button every time. But yeah, it's fun to talk to you there. It's fun to talk to you here, too. Maybe someday we will hang out on your stream at some point. Do you have any plans on streaming at all? Yes. All right, great. Where am I? Oh, I don't think... I'm not sure where you're going with the yes and I don't think anymore. I think I talk too fast and don't check the chat enough. Wasn't I just here? I just sent myself backwards. Damn it. Okay, let's try that again. Well, whether you plan on streaming or... Yes, we mostly talk on the Double Jump stream. Yeah. And I don't know if I would stream. No worries. I mean, streaming is not for everyone. I think there are a lot of people who take for granted how some friends tell me to stream, but not sure. I mean, worst case, you try it out and you don't like it, and that's fine. I think there are a lot of people who take for granted that, oh, I'm just gonna play video games and just have a camera on, and that's it. It's gonna be fun, and everyone's gonna come to my stream, and I'm gonna be the next ninja. And then no one shows up to your stream for months at a time, and you get really uncomfortable with the camera here, and you're not sure what to say when people are talking to you. Like, it's a whole thing. It is a different experience. Streaming versus gaming. I think for me, the way I approach it is that, like, I have experience in radio broadcasting. I used to work in the radio industry before my current job, and I try and approach this like a show. Like, I'm doing my old radio show where I know I'm trying to talk to other people, and I do have the time to stream, but I work from like 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's not all day, so I have the time. Okay. Yeah, it's not even so much a time thing. It's just, are you comfortable with gaming in this manner? And some people are, some people aren't, and you won't know it until you actually try it. I think the thing that I enjoy the most is, yeah, meeting people like you here on the stream and having this back and forth and talking and having these conversations and learning about different people and being able to hang out in this form, I think is really cool. And I don't know if you know this, Hannibal. Like, Chris and Rachel and I actually put out a couple of posts on our respective sites. So on In Third Person. Jenna, how's it going? Playing some Metroid. We got the GameCube going. And we're just talking about streaming and what I enjoy about it. And I think in particular the meeting new people. So yeah, Hannibal. How I met Chris and Rachel was actually through a stream I did like last summer. I was playing Mario Power Tennis on the GameCube, and then I was like, let's go play some Mario Double Dash. And inside that Double Dash disc was also a demo disc, which had demos for a bunch of games, and I decided to play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. And I streamed it, and I was like, oh my god, this game is awful. Why am I playing this? This is a trash game. I don't ever want to see or play this again. And I posted it on my website because I had the video done. Ha ha ha. I had the video done. I was like, whatever, I'm just going to put it up. And I don't know how it happened, but Chris found me on her while she was browsing for video game blogs. She left a comment. I clicked through to see her site, and I was like, oh man, their work is really cool. And that's kind of where I connected with Double Jump, and it happened because I was streaming, and I would have never made that friendship had I not streamed that game that night. So that is easily the coolest part of this whole thing. And I know they've met a bunch of people through streaming as well, like you. So that's a great story. Yeah. Definitely check it out on our respective sites. So actually, let me throw the links in here while I do that. Let me pause this real quick. I will throw them in the chat. This is a mutual plug. Shout outs to Chris and Rachel. Twitch.tv/xdoublejump. So I'll pull up the Ninja Turtles story, and you can check that out. Either like read it while watching this in the back. Let me throw that in the chat here. So yeah, this is the more particular story about the Ninja Turtles game from streaming, and then I will throw in the other one with on their site, where I kind of just talk about like our connection as a whole, how we met, and like what's happened since. So let me throw that in the chat as well. You guys can check that out. And yeah, none of that, like, all of that happened because of streaming, and it never would have happened had it not. But again, like, if you are not comfortable being in front of the camera and talking to strangers, or having strangers judge you while you play, and then maybe it is not for you, and I wouldn't hold that against you. Where are we going now? And I've definitely been exposed on stream of just playing something that I'm really bad at. I think that is probably the worst part, is when I'm playing and I get stuck. For me, I was looking for Lion King on Twitch, and there were no streams, but there was a video, and clicked on it, and it was them playing, and I had a good time and followed them. I remember those streams. And it's actually funny because like Chris and Rachel and I had actually started talking at that point. We were working on some website posts, and I had no idea they were streaming. They didn't tell me. They didn't owe it to me to tell me that they were streaming at that point. Oh, there we go. We got the missiles. And I stumbled on it too, and I think the Lion King was one of the first ones I saw as well. I actually mentioned it. If you click through the Double Jump link, I mentioned the Lion King specifically. Whoa! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. These things are really fast, and that was bad. I probably shouldn't have fallen in the ooze thing. I don't know how to get out of here. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Nope, nope, nope. Jump! Jump, Samus, jump! Why am I not? Am I hitting the wrong button? No. Save. I'm reading the posts. Love to read posts. Yeah, they're great. Even with all the streaming, I still enjoy writing, and I don't think I'll stop anytime soon. I'll have to clip this entire segment and send it to them. I mean, I say like tons of nice stuff about them anyway, and that's all written in both of those posts too, but they should know. Shoutouts to Chris and Rachel, twitch.tv/xdoublejob. Man, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we're talking about streaming and pros and cons. Yeah, I think being bad at the game you are streaming is hard. The other thing that I find hard is dealing with the number of people watching you / not watching you. I think it can be very demoralizing when you're putting yourself out there and you want to play these games for an audience and nobody wants to watch you. And you're streaming for 2 hours and no one shows up, or you'll see the number go up to 1 and then immediately drop to 0 again, and you're like, oh man, what did I do wrong? Is it me? Is it like, it's all sorts of reasons why someone will choose to watch or not watch you. And it all depends on your expectations as well. Like, if your expectation is you just want to play this super weirdo game that nobody wants to watch and you want to stream it for whatever reason and no one watches it and you're okay with that, then that's great. But yeah, you should set some expectations for what you are trying to get out of the streaming experience. Warning. Let's try this again. My friend, what is your Insta so I can follow you? Oh, it's actually in the layout down here. But I can just throw it in the... Oh, hold on. There's bugs. Yeah, I'm at inthirdperson.com. So... it is that. On Instagram. And yeah, follow me there. I post every day. Sometimes multiple times a day. And that's kind of primarily where I post all my cool stuff. Metroid. Okay, let's get these bugs. Hopefully we can take them out. I don't remember this boss fight at all. I saw it. Let's did we get it? Did we get? I think we. Oh, okay. He's just gonna shoot more bugs. Great. All right. As long as we don't fall in the water, I don't think these guys are gonna do enough damage to like actually kill me if they just like keep running into me like this. So. We're just going to just keep shooting. Whoa. There we go. There we go. And we get the missiles finally. Oh, nice. And we got an E-Tank, too. Man, back to back. I don't have the morph ball, so I can't do anything with that, but we can go back out to the other areas and open up some of those other doors. Thanks, now you have an insert. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, man. And I will have to check you out on Instagram as well. So Hannibal, I know you've mentioned enjoying the GameCube. Like, what were some of your favorite GameCube games? Also, not sure, Jenna, if you're still here. Hope you are doing okay. How are things? Okay, so we need to find areas where I can use the new missiles. Oh, we can save. Let's do that. Yeah, let's save first. Things are all right. Okay. What are your thoughts about Kawhi Leonard buying the house in San Diego? Also, favorite GameCube games. Throwing that out there as a point of conversation. I don't know which ones would be my faves off the top of my head. I think this is up there. We can do a little show and tell. Let me go grab the stack while we're here. Also seeing some buzzing happening on my phone. Let's go grab a stack of games real quick. Ugh. I'm just gonna clear out the entire shelf. Let's see what we got. Alright, maybe not the whole shelf. I think this was a bad idea. Bad idea. Oh, hold on. I ain't worried. If he was going to, he would have bought a house closer. Mario Sunshine for nostalgia. Great soundtrack. Alright, somewhere in this stack is Mario Sunshine. Mario Sunshine, Resident Evil, Need for Speed, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess, Four Swords Adventure. And hey, Randy! How's it going? Yeah, we're talking GameCube, and now I'm showing off our collection here. This giant stack of games. Mario Sunshine, I have that one here. Where is that? That got mentioned multiple times. Hold on, trying to like not make everything fall over here. Ugh. I have a good stack. And the NBA game. Okay, so yeah, we got Mario Sunshine. I'm not a fan of this one. I remember not liking this at the time. At some point, I will stream this again. We will give it another shot. I remember the camera being really rough in that one. So you got... Oh, Randy says Paper Mario. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, hold up. First off, I'm going to go split this stack. Oh, and they all fell on the floor. Great. Okay. Fire Emblem. Yeah, I have that here somewhere. I'm surprised no one has said Super Smash Bros. Melee. That's one I've got to stream at some point. No, they fell. It'll be okay. No one cares about the Star Wars game. Here's Resident Evil 0. Hannibal, what are your thoughts on this one? I think this one is... I was not into this one that much. My oldest backlog game, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, I've never played it. Resident Evil 0. Okay, Randy likes Resident Evil 0. I'm not going to flash every single game here. I think there's a couple we can skip. Metroid Prime, which we're talking about right now. That's a great one. 0 is one of the hardest Resident Evil games. Trust me, I know RE games. Okay, I will trust you then. How about this one I know Randy's gonna like, DDR Mario Mix. This is maybe the DDR game I have played the most. DDR not really my thing, but I know Randy's a huge DDR. That's your game. The Super Monkey Ball games. So here's Super Monkey Ball 2. Mario Mix. I don't know it. Didn't know it. Yeah, DDR Mario Mix. It's all like DDR with the dance pads or the dance mat, and you're stepping around, and it's to like Mario music and public domain music. Oh, let me grab these games off the floor. We can skip that one. How about the NBA Street games? I've got NBA Street Volume 3 here. That one has, you can play as Mario, Luigi, and Peach. Ooh, this one. Oh man, I don't know if I feel comfortable showing this one on the stream. We're not going to show that one on stream. Yeah, you were saying, Hannibal, this is my first Resident Evil game I ever played. Resident Evil on GameCube. It is fantastic. The dogs jumped out the window, and that was the first time a video game truly scared me. Sonic DX? Do I have... Sonic DX is in here somewhere. Is it? Oh, here... Chris, yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I think Chris and Rachel were mentioning this one the other day. Oh, so we don't have that one? Okay. Randy mentioned Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance. This is way up there as one of my favorite GameCube games. I played a ton. I played this. I've beaten this one multiple times. I've gotten all the way to the last boss on the hardest difficulty, and I couldn't beat it, though. I did not level up my Ike enough, unfortunately. And this is the game right here. Mario Kart Double Dash. That night where I played this demo disc. Where is it? Here we go. This demo disc. It has the Ninja Turtles demo. And that's how the double jump connection happened. So there it is. Though Mario Kart Double Dash, I haven't played this in a long time. I remember not liking it back in the day. I didn't like the format of the two people in the car. The very first game we got on the GameCube was actually Wave Race. This one was... It was a little disappointing. I really love Wave Race on the Nintendo 64. This was just not... It was prettier. I just didn't think it was as good. Some other games we can talk about here. The most recent game that I got on the GameCube, and I only bought this a couple of months ago with my Nintendo 64, and it's in really rough shape. It is Super Mario Strikers. Like, you can see someone spilt stuff all over that case. It looks gross. The disc is super scratched up. I don't know if how well that shows up on stream. It's super scratched up, but it still works. What song should I put in my Junkrat highlight montage? It should be some sort of, like, dubstep with a blah, 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 blah. Something like that. Just something esports. What other games can we, like, talk about here? Sonic, Mega Man. Here's the Sonic Heroes. I don't know if how you guys feel about this. Sonic wasn't really my thing. back in the day. Hannibal, you mentioned Wind Waker. We've got that. I actually have this and the HD remake on the Wii U. I've only played about 2 hours of this game total. That's something I'm going to have to stream at some point. Alright, moving over the stack. I think my favorite NBA Street game, NBA Street Volume 2. And yeah, I guess if you were watching the double stream this morning, Animal Crossing, I will have to stream this as well at some point. It has been a really long time since I last played this. I know I played this after the fact. Like, at some point, I'd not played the game for a really long time and checked in just to see, like, how sad everything looked. And then I haven't played it since. So, I probably haven't played it in, like, 10 years or so. At least 10 years or so. My Wind Waker was stolen from a friend. Oh, jerk. That's awful. And I'm generally really reluctant to lend out my games for that exact reason. I've had bad experiences with lending out my stuff and people not respecting it or stealing it or whatever. You get it back and your files are all erased. Things like that. And I guess one more... yeah, we'll do like one more game here. I mean, this isn't all of them. But one more for you, Hannibal. My favorite Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 4. I have beaten this game so many times. And I have a digital download code to get it on the Xbox 360 that I still haven't renewed. It expires next year, and I have to do that at some point. This is my favorite one. And I'm really excited for RE2 because it played like RE4, but it had the atmosphere of like RE1. So yeah, that concludes GameCube Show and Tell. That wasn't every single game. There's a couple on here I did not mention. Maybe at some point we'll do a separate stream for that, but lots of GameCube stuff to play at some point. Ugh. Alright, where were we? Resident Evil 2 Remake, I think, is the best. 10 out of 10. Alright, I played that demo. I streamed it last week, and I really enjoyed it, but it also made me really uncomfortable in the way that game is supposed to make someone uncomfortable, and I don't know if I'm ready for that right now. It's been so long since I've played any of the Resident Evil games or any horror games that I just don't know, man. I don't know if I'm cut out for that life. Alright. Let's go back into this. Where the heck were we going? I watched an RE2 Let's Play and I couldn't take the gut spilling out of the people. Yeah, that's kind of gross. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is hitting me right now? Oh, they're like bugs? Oh, okay. That's why. What is the game you don't show? Please just tell me the name, please. Alright, fine. I will show it, but if my... I don't know if it's that rare, but... let me dig it up. I don't know if it's that rare or that cool, but I know it is kind of sought out. Is there one other one? Ah, okay. There's two. There's two games. Alright, there's two games. One of them is the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time bonus disc, which also comes with the Master Quest. I think these are sought after. And the other one is the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition promo disc. So this one, okay, so we'll talk, yeah, the other one had Ocarina of Time stuff. This one has Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time again, and Majora's Mask. So yeah, there's what you got in the back. There it is. I think that officially concludes show and tell, unless people really want to see, I don't know, there's a Star Wars Clone Wars game and a Spider-Man game and WrestleMania 18. I don't know. That's perfection, Master Quest, and every real fan wants them no matter the price. Well, there it is. I have them. Please don't rob me. And Wind Waker demo, I didn't know. Yeah, that was a... if you pre-ordered, you got that disc. Did I just come from here? I think I came from there. At some point when we're streaming a different console, we can do show and tell. I'm not going to do show and tell of, like, everything. I think it was a week or so ago, while I was playing Starlink, and I ended up showing off some Atari stuff. Oh, there we go. That's the door I was looking for. Am I getting clipped in my legs? No. No, I'm not. Hannibal, seems like you are a big fan of the Zelda series. What is your favorite Zelda game? For me, it is Ocarina of... No! Yeah, it is probably Ocarina of Time, but I know that if I were to play that now, I couldn't beat it. I know I couldn't beat it. I've tried. I have the remake on the 3DS. I couldn't get past the second dungeon. And I just got really frustrated at some of the stuff kept burning. I can't remember the particulars of the challenge, but I couldn't do it. And I don't know if I could now. Also, I just realized, like, we're an hour plus deep in the stream, and I did not thank Grimlockfly for following my channel. Thank you so much. Grimlockfly actually followed the channel before, like, while I was offline, and I meant to do that first thing, and totally forgot. But I remember now. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. And we gotta gun all these dudes down. Alright. Uh-oh. I don't remember this boss fight at all. It's kind of cool. That's like I'm playing a brand new game, even though I've almost beaten this many moons ago. Also, side note, playing this now for the last few hours, this game's still really good, guys. I'm really enjoying this. I know I've been, like, not really talking about the game, because we've been just having our own conversation about assorted random things, but this is really fun. I've totally forgotten how much I enjoyed this game. Like, I remember enjoying it at the time, but, like, I didn't realize how much in the moment this would still be good. Even if the controls are weird. It's tough for me. I have one half of my heart with Ocarina of Time, and the other half is Link to the Past. Ooh, Link to the Past is another fantastic choice. That is a great game. Link to the Past also up there. I think Breath of the Wild is in that mix for me as well. It is, in my opinion, a top 3 Zelda, and at this point it might be my number 1. Well, no, I don't think I could make it my number 1 because I didn't like the dungeon design in that one. But it does so many other cool things. And we can't go here because I don't have the bombs. Yeah, Link to the Past, also a fantastic game. And just a masterpiece in terms of its design. And like the Dark World part and having to warp between the two things, like it's crazy. Crazy. Like it still boggles my mind how Nintendo put all of that, pieced all of that together. Yeah, for me, my top 3 is Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, Link to the... Well, probably Link to the Past, then Breath of the Wild. Top 3. And probably in that order, but I might change my mind at some point down the road. Alright. Can we pick up enough speed? No, I don't think we can pick up enough speed to get up there. Where are the other spots with more fall holes? Okay, there's one here? Wait. Nope. What am I doing right now? There we go. I don't know how to get up there. Oh, I have to go, like, up and around. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, the Zelda games that I struggle with the most are probably the original Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2. Zelda 2 especially. Man, I have no idea what I'm doing in that game. Not a clue. It is such an oddball game to me. Especially because it strays so far from the traditional Zelda formula that I don't understand. Zelda 1 is... That game is crazy for the time. Just what that game was able to do. I just read your Fight of Gods, and I don't know of it. Now I want to play it. Damn, hahaha, the Jesus combos. Yep. I know you don't have a Nintendo Switch, but it is out on PC. I don't know if it's out of Steam Early Access or what. I think it might still be in Steam Early Access. But it is there. You can play that. And that game is... I'll tell you straight up, that game is not good. That is a bad game. But if you really want to play as Jesus in a fighting game, there is no other place you can do that. And I will say the combos are pretty fun in that game. All things considered. And thank you for continuing to check out the site. I try and post... Last few months I've been posting every day, but it's a mix of written posts and videos. Okay, I can't go there. That's too hot. Written posts and videos. I was going to say something. Damn it. There's one other post that Chris and Rachel and I did on my site, and then I did one on their site as well. I can throw those in the chat if you want to check those out as well. Let me Actually, while I still have their site pulled up, let me pull these up. Oh man, what were we talking about? Console? Oh, here it is. Okay. Copy link. So I'll throw this in here. These are... So this one on Double Jump, this is a Would You Rather on mini consoles. This was like the first thing that we did together. That and Mario spin-offs. Like when we wrote these, like I'd never spoken to them in real life. I haven't spoken to them voice to voice. We'd only been corresponding through email, and these were like the first real gaming conversations we had together. And so yeah, those are fun. I love working with them, and I'm sure we will connect again at some point, whether it's on a stream or in writing. I'm up for anything. Oh, I'm gonna have to ask them again. We're planning... I guess we can talk about it here, because I've been trying to plan it with everybody for like months now. I think next week, if all goes according to plan, we're all playing a board game on this channel next week. We are planning on playing Codenames on stream, which I don't know if you've heard of that board game before, but if you haven't, you can tune in and watch us play. Yeah, I'll have to double check with them, see if they're still available. Save station, where is it? Okay. But yeah, thank you for continuing to check out stuff on my site, and make sure if you haven't checked out Chris and Rachel's site, that you check out their stuff as well. They post every day, and they do awesome stuff. No, I can't get there because I don't have the bombs yet. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I can do anything in this room. Oh yeah, I can do that stuff. Let's go there. Oh. Whoa, that take off like a ton of... Oh, jeez, no. Oh man, not the sludge. Not the sludge. Alright, we're out. Uh-oh. Oh, that's, drop frame 16. Let me double check something. Okay, nope, that's fine. How do we get out of here? Let's try that again. Hannibal, did you ever have any interest, and I know you're like not so sure if you want to stream at all, did you have any interest in like writing about games or formalizing your conversations around games, like doing a podcast or anything like that? Like, yeah, is this something you were ever interested in doing in any form? Good with a podcast. Okay. Have you done one before? I think I would enjoy it. Okay. Never. Okay. It's... Yeah, if you get the opportunity. I do enjoy the podcast experience as well. I think it's probably maybe the most comfortable for me just because of like the radio broadcasting experience stuff. But yeah, it's fun to just like chat about games back and forth in that format, as long as you've got good people to talk to and people you're comfortable talking about games with. Warning. It's that, and I love the writing. Because I used to write a blog like long before I started in third person. It was just a personal blog. And so I really enjoyed the process of writing and just talking about games in that format. But yeah, the streaming thing has been the weirdest one, of having the camera on my face all the time. And I watch these videos back, and here's the thing to look for when you watch. If you ever go back and watch the VODs of me playing video games, I hate my facial expression as I'm playing games. I think I look like I'm like super stoned or super sleepy while I am playing these games, and I cannot stand it. But it sucks. Like I didn't even know I made that face while I played video games until I started streaming, and then I saw like the videos back and like, man, I look really dumb while I play games, and I don't know how to fix that. And also, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I don't think I have whatever the thing is I need to do it, so I'm gonna get out of here. I hope this is somewhere new and not just the place I just came from. Nope, I definitely just came from there. Let's try this one more time, and if this doesn't work out, then we'll just go somewhere else. Yeah, why? I know we were literally just here, and I've forgotten why I ran away, but... Oh yeah, because I didn't know how to do that thing. Alright. Is there another thing I can do while we're here? Oh, is there a hole on the side? Let's try that. Oh, and I fell. Great. Not sure. Actually, while we're talking about podcasts, as of now, if all goes according to plan, I should be on a podcast next week. And no, not Boss Rush. I'm currently scheduled to be on the Game & Watch podcast with Justin, aka Too Tall for You Fool. I would enjoy so much to hear you on a podcast, my friend. You are great to talk to. Oh, thank you. Actually, since you are here, I do a podcast of sorts. It's a video podcast. It's called Boss Rush, and I do that with some of my friends, Jason, Matt, and Chris and Rachel have actually been on the show a few times as well. Oh, geez. I can throw the links to all the episodes in here as well. Let me pull up my YouTube channel here real quick. And I do tell a lot of weird stories in there as well. We do talk a lot about games. The last episode we did, we talked about... Oh, geez. Our game of the year. If you want to know what Chris and Rachel's game of the year is, you can find out on the show. Let me pull up the playlist. Boss Rush. Copy link. Yes, please. All right, so we have like 12 episodes as of now. I can't remember. Yeah, so like it's a game show. Like we talk about video games, and then I host a game show at the end. If you're looking for the double jump stuff, they're on episodes 12 and I think it's episode 8. You can probably tell in the thumbnails, but they're all great. All right, let's try this one more time. There's a hole here, I think. Nope. I have no idea how to read this thing. And no idea how to get to the other side. So, that was all a waste, and I'm sorry for wasting your time. Listen to all. Great. Thank you. Appreciate that. Uh-oh, we're almost dead. This is bad. This is real bad. Jeez, where are we going now? I need help, like, really badly. Now, where have we not gone yet? Actually, let's go back to the safe spot, and then we'll go from there. And also, we are closing in on 2 hours, so we should probably wrap this up soon. Yeah, I'm already lost. I'm not sure where to go, guys. Oh, there's an open door that I haven't fully explored yet. Here got weird, so we're not going to do that. Let's try and go... Can I set a marker? Like, I want to go here. Alright, let's go back. So yeah, it's going to be a bit for the next boss rush. We don't do it regularly, per se. I think I've tried to aim for every other week, but life happens, stuff happens, and so we just kind of broadcast when we can. And, what was I going to say? Yeah, the next thing that I'm trying to get everybody in for is Codenames Night. So that's going to be the next thing, and at some point in February we will come back and do another episode of Boss Rush. But yeah, you've still got a lot to catch up on, so that should be fine. For everyone else waiting for Boss Rush, I apologize. It'll happen again. Soon enough. In due time. Okay, we're gonna try and go here? Is this the spot? Okay, we're gonna go this way. I think this is where I was trying to go. And then... Oh yeah, this is the... Okay, we can't go there. Alright, we're gonna wander around a little bit more, and then we will call it. We'll try and figure out at least what the next big thing is. I feel like there might have been something I could have done here, but I'm not for certain. Elevator. Okay, there's some blue stuff over there. Let's try that. We all get lost in Metroid? Yep, absolutely. For some people, that is part of the fun. They love the exploration and getting lost and trying to figure stuff out. I am generally not that kind of player. I want to go from point A to point B, and I hate getting lost in these games. I'm not very good at figuring out where I'm supposed to go. I want to shoot and hit stuff. That is my forte in these games. In video games in general. Oh, we're back here. Wait, what? We're going backward. Damn it! Okay, so we want to go in this door over here. You can't tell where I'm pointing because of the way the cameras are set up. But how? Okay, there. That's how. I will say, within the last year, I played my favorite Metroidvania game, and that game is Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is fantastic. I love that game from beginning to end. And it's weird because, in a way, that game is actually more... That game is more obtuse than Metroid is in certain ways, especially with the fact that you have to go out of your way to buy maps because it doesn't just give you one by default. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm lost, guys. Okay, we can at least turn around and see what this E thing is. Oh, that's the elevator out. Alright, let's get out of here and, like, get out of this area and see what we can do. I know... Oh, jeez. Alright, up, up, and away. I think we made some good progress here. We got the missile, we've got the ball. I know there are some doors in the next area that need the missile, and then we should just be able to figure it out from there. Thank you. Yes, I did. I guess before I close this out, I'm probably going to be streaming tomorrow as well. I normally just stream Wednesday nights and then when I can, weekend mornings, but due to circumstances, I've got some extra time tomorrow evening around the same time, so like 7:45-ish, maybe even a bit earlier. I don't know what I'm playing yet. Maybe we continue playing Metroid. I press my luck until we eventually get lost. Or maybe we play something else. We could play a different GameCube game. We could play a Wii game, could play something completely different. I was kind of hoping to stream Anthem this week, but that comes out on Friday, and I can't. I am not home on Fridays. Are you going to stream any Wargroove? That is a good question. I don't know if I'm buying Wargroove yet. I know that I love Advance Wars, and this looks like a direct translation of Advance Wars. But I don't know if I want Advance Wars anymore. I don't actually know. I love Into the Breach. I think Into the Breach is exactly what I want out of that style of game. And I don't necessarily know if I'm ready to go back to an Advance Wars style fight with a bunch of disposable units and levels last forever sort of strategy game. So I don't know if I'm going to pick that up just yet. I thought that was going to be a done deal, but man, like, I feel like I could play Into the Breach for the rest of my life and not need any other strategy game of that type. So I don't know, and it's I think it's like 25 bucks Canadian, and I don't know if that's necessarily where I want to spend my money right now. Unfortunately, I spent some money on Fight of Gods, which I could have used on Wargroove instead. If Fight of Gods is the reason I'm not playing Wargroove, that's really bad. But hey, someone had to do it. Someone had to do it. Oh, what are these? Oh, maybe at some point I will probably play Wargroove. I'm not in a rush to play that right this second, though. So yeah, tomorrow I'm not sure what I'm going to stream. It's probably easiest if I just keep this Wii/GameCube hooked up. Whoa, where are we going? I don't know what this is. Maybe we continue with Metroid. Maybe we play something else. It sounded like there was a lot of enthusiasm for Zelda. Maybe some Resident Evil 1. Even. I don't know. Or maybe a Wii game. There's a couple of Wii games I really want to stream. Let me show a couple of these. Alright, we're playing like very quick lightning round Wii show and tell. A couple of the Wii games I really want to stream. Even though I've gone on the record and say I was not a fan of the Wii all that much. Ugh. Here we go. Alright, Wii show and tell. A couple of games on the stream. Super Mario Galaxy. I beat this one. I didn't like it back in the day. I need to try this again to confirm whether I was maybe just not in the right place or in the right mood for it at the time. But I didn't like it back then, and I know people love the Galaxy game. Galaxy 2 I barely played, so I need to give that a fair shake. Sin and Punishment Star Successor. This is the sequel to Sin and Punishment on the Nintendo 64. I really love the original Sin and Punishment, and I'd like to stream that again. Oh, this one's for you, Hannibal. This is not a good game, but at some point I need to stream Ju-On The Grudge. I don't know if you knew that this was a game, but yes, it is a movie based on, or a game based on the movie, with like the kids crawling out of the TVs and stuff. Random how I ended up with this. My mother-in-law. No, but looks cool. Maybe we stream. Maybe we do this one tomorrow. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. At some point we will stream this though, because this. My mother-in-law is a frequent shopper at auctions where they just unload like large quantities and stuff for dirt cheap, and she bought a lot of video games, and she's not into video games at all. She doesn't know what she doesn't really follow the scene. She just knew that her daughter played video games, my wife, and so she bought a set and it had this in it, and we tried it out, and it's really bad. It's kind of funny. It's very trashy, and so we will stream this at some point. Couple other games I really want to stream. Boom Blocks Bash Party, produced by Steven Spielberg. This one's a really fun party game. It's like, imagine a stack of Jenga blocks and you are throwing a baseball at them. That is the game. And last one, this one's a personal favorite of mine that I don't think many people talk about much at all. This is The Blob on the Wii. This is a very cool game. It was kind of a Color the World game before Splatoon existed, except this is more of a platformer than a shooter. And I have a soft spot in my heart for that game. So that's always something I've wanted to show off to the world. And I remember years ago I tried to make a Let's Play video of it. The Blob. Yes! I tried to make a Let's Play video of it years ago, and my computer crapped out. And I didn't realize it until after I was done recording, and I just haven't tried it ever since. So and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. I don't think there's anything I can do here right now. Oh. Okay, we should probably scan this thing. This is a Chozo artifact. Okay. What does that do? This is the Artifact of Truth, the first of 12. Collect it, then scan the totems here for clues on the locations of the remaining artifacts. Together, the artifacts will open a path to the center of the impact crater. Okay, so this seems like some sort of side area then. artifact of truth has been returned. You have restored power to this Chozo turtle. Alright. Alright, let's find a save point, and then we'll probably close it out shortly. Oh, I should change the camera back. I hope I wasn't playing on that other camera. Oh, no, we did Wii Show and Tell. Just the streaming games. I didn't show everything. Alright, where is the closest save point? Can I save at the ship? I should be able to save at the ship, right? Save. And there we go. Alright, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you guys so much. That was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you, Hannibal, for coming through. Good to see you again earlier this morning on the Double Jump stream and this evening on mine. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, Games Revolution Inc. for dropping by. I am looking forward to you sending me the liking the podcast God of War and Harry Potter. Oh man, you like started back at episode 1. We did definitely shake some things up as we went, and we started incorporating games. Like, we actually played game shows and stuff. I create new games for every show. There is a championship belt that can be won, and I don't know if I have the graphic here. The last game we did, there was tag team belts, and Chris and Rachel won those, and so there is a special double jump version of the championship belt that exists. Unfortunately, I don't have the graphic in this particular layout, so actually, let me see if I can pull it up. Image. Okay, give me 1 second here, and I will pull up the double jump belts. That's one of my highlights of the show is the last episode where we did a sibling challenge. So it was Chris and Rachel versus John and Matt, who are twin brothers, and I put them in I made them play a game to test how strong their sibling bond was, and Chris and Rachel won by a landslide. So congratulations to them. Let me find these belts. There it is. There we go. Yeah, so there was the Boss Rush Tag Team Championship belts. Yeah, if you're working your way from the beginning, it's gonna take you a while before you see them win this. But spoilers, they win it, and that was pretty awesome. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm streaming yet. Maybe it's GameCube stuff. Maybe it's Wii stuff. I don't know. I was hoping to stream Anthem, but that's not out till Friday. Oh, Hannibal's here. Thank you for the great stream, my friend. Love talking to you and your company. You're a great streamer. Way more people should watch your stream. Oh, dude. Oh, man. Thank you so much. I'm going to send you a heart here. That's one of the nicest things anyone has said to me on the stream. I'm going to take a picture of that and put that on the gram. Thank you so much. That was awesome. And I love talking to you too as well, whether it's here or on the Double Jump stream. Let me hit that button one more time for them. Shout out to Chris. It doesn't work on this layout. I gotta fix that. Alright, shout outs one more time. Rachel. Sorry for my bad. No, your typing is fine. Your typing is great. And so you've got a lot of things to keep you busy there, Hannibal, between the YouTube channel and the 2 websites. So no more plugs, and you added me on Instagram as well, so you've got the full in third person experience. So instead, I will wish you all a great night. We will be back here tomorrow around 7:45, maybe a bit earlier. I don't know if I want to press my luck with Metroid anymore, but we will play something, and it'll probably be something old. So until then, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com, and I will see you guys later. Good night.